Have you ever looked at a TikTok and said, hey, I think I can do that? Well, let's see what my results were when I try to restore this vintage Coach backpack that I bought. I actually found this bag through TikTok and purchased it on a whim and confirmed that it was indeed a day pack. It's definitely one of those bags that I always wanted to buy but never did. And here we are with our lovely ink-stained day pack in mahogany brown. Just checking out some of the damage here and attempting very poorly to sew leather for the very first time, which requires actually an exceptionally thick needle. It's pretty scary, actually. One of the straps was just a little loose, so I was trying to strengthen that up a bit and make sure it would be good to be carried. It's amazing how boring it is to watch me do this. I have condensed several hours of work here, as you can see, at a very, very high speed. That was the only repair I wanted to do before I cleaned the bag. So first I removed the hardware. I'm using an icing knife, which I would not recommend because it is metal against metal and did create a tiny amount of damage, but it was my only option at that point. You can see that there was some verdigris buildup there on the brass hardware. These can be a little bit tricky to get off, but I think it's worth it to try to get it all cleaned up. Then I moved on to brushing the inside. The inner lining is unfinished. You can also get a good look at those ink stains, which were a lot worse than I realized, but more in part 2.